Hey everybody, it's Adam from A New Beginning Tiny Homes. Just wanted to show you what we're doing. We're going ahead and installing our barrel ceiling. We're making false ribs that are going to attach to our roof trusses. That way we can bring that radius all the way across and bring it down. We needed to bring it down lower in order to be able to hide our hurricane straps. So what I did is, since I know I needed to measure from this point down below, measure all the way across, which gave me 80.5 inches. And then since I needed to do the other part of the calculation, I measured from this point all the way up to the bottom of my ridge beam, which gave me 9.25 inches. That way then I can figure out the radius, because we wanted to match the top of our gable window here. I have an app on my phone that I'm able to use in order to be able to figure out the radius of this circle, which then gives me the measurement that I need in order to be able to cut it out of my router. And then I made a custom router sled, which I'll go and show you now. Since it's going to be 92.25 inches long, I had to make a custom plywood router sled. So I was able to attach my router to a piece of plywood. I went ahead and used a sacrificial piece, because when I cut my radiuses, usually you end up cutting deep enough that you're going to cut into the table surface. I went ahead and put a square piece. I figured out my center measurement on the actual board, because that's going to be the center of the radius. And then I came all the way down and I figured out where my 92.25 is for my pivot point. And I had measured that off the front side of my router bit here to make sure that I get the full radius. As you can see, when I actually have the router on, it actually will move back and forth and slide across that surface and cut my radius. I got this measurement for my distance from here to here, because that's the distance from the inside of the ridge beam to the exterior wall. I have a couple pieces cut already. The majority of it is already installed, and I'll show you what that looks like here. So like I was saying, I figured out the distance from this point all the way up to my ridge beam. I was able to get those installed and screw those off, put a little bit of liquid nail behind them to hold them in place. That way then it creates that radius, and as you can see, they come down on the other side there. So this is what they look like. They're completely installed. As you can see, just barely below the ridge beam, you can see what it looks like to look all the way down the roof line. And we're going to install beadboard on that and bring beams that go from the left to the right, radius beams.